Hey guys, this is Federico from Green Road Recording Studio here in Costa Rica, and today I want to show you our voiceover setup. Tomorrow we have a session with Wave Studios. They are a post-production company with offices in Amsterdam, New York and London, and they booked the studio for a voiceover session synchronized with Source Connect. The first thing that I want to show you is the microphone selected by this post-production company. They requested to use a Neumann TLM 103. I always use a Ziploc bag with a silica gel bag inside the pack in order to protect the microphone from humidity. We are located in Costa Rica, so humidity can be a huge problem. This is the TLM 103 and the silica gel packs that we use. The other thing that I want to show you is the chuck mount that we are going to use. This is my favorite chuck mount. It's a Recordist USM, and it's great for large diaphragm microphones. Next, I'm gonna show you how I prepare my ProTools session synchronized with Source Connect. We use ProTools Ultimate, one of the latest version, which is 2023.6.0, and over here we have created an aux channel which is like our main Source Connect channel. We use Source Connect link over here in a stereo. This is our regular Source Connect setup. One thing that I really recommend before using Source Connect is to learn how to open your network ports. Here in Costa Rica, I had to ask my internet provider service to pay for a static IP address in order to open my ports. One cool application that I use in order to know that my ports are open is this one. It's called Port Map. I think it's only available for Mac OS. And it's really easy to use. You just need to, if you want to create a UDP port and see if the port is enabled, you just type the information over here and the application will show you if the port is open or not. In this case, Source Connect, one of the requirements is to open port 6000 and 6001. Next, let's open Source Connect. You can see Source Connect over here. My ports are showing that those are open. And then we need to select directly on the Source Connect app our input and output. In this case, since I'm using ProTools to record the talent and to hear the production company in real time through Source Connect, I'm gonna use the link as my input. So I use link channel number 1, and for the output also the link channel number 1. Now let's check if the Source Connect app is receiving a signal from ProTools. I have over here, I created a beep queue so the talent can hear the beeps before entering the first VO line, and that way I can see if the app is receiving signal. So let's hear it. I'm sending this audio through a ProTools send to my Source Connect aux. So let's see. Yeah, you can see here that Source Connect is receiving signal, and you can see the Rewire plugin working right here. All right. After that, I need to create my audio channel, which is the channel that I'm gonna use to record my talent. For this recording, I'm gonna use Millennia mic preamp. the Neumann TLM 103 and my SSL matrix console, so I can route all the channels to me, to the production company in New York, and to the voiceover talent who's gonna be with me here at the studio. Next, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the live room preparation. Hey guys, so today we have the session with Wave Studios. We're going to connect through Source Connect to their facilities in New York, and we're just waiting for them to connect so we can run some tests. We just finished the test with Wave Studios. Basically, they request to change a little bit of our configuration in Source Connect. We usually use Source Connect in stereo mode. However, they prefer to use it in mono, so we had to change some of the settings around. But at this moment, everything is perfect to go. So I'll see you in a few hours so I can show you a little bit of the finished process with this post-production company. Just finished our voiceover session for today. It was a really nice session. It took around 3 hours to work with this talent. We received an actress from New York. She was a really nice person to work with, and we just wrap up everything. This was an advertising project for a bank in the United States, so we're going to share with you the video once is released by the production company. I'm gonna show you a little bit of how my ProTools session looks after we finish the recording. So this is the session that we usually deliver. In this case, since we use Source Connect, it's not necessary to deliver the whole session to the production company. However, we always do a backup of everything that we record, and that's a recommendation. If you're working with a production company, they ask you to just record through Source Connect. It's better to have a backup of all the takes that you record. And the reason why is because sometimes, and that happened to me several times, the production company for some reason didn't receive a take. They are in the middle of the session with the dialogue directors or with the advertising team or whatever, and they asked me to play back a specific take, and not just the take but the version of that take. They usually record up to 3 or 4 versions for each take, so they can select one. So it's always a smart move to have a backup of your sessions and always use markers. If you see here, for today's session, we record 20 takes. Each one of the takes, if you see here, will have take, for example, this take 13 has, you can consider this first take as A. Now you have this one. I forgot to include that one, but you can include it. This is version B, this is version C, and this is version D. It's always smart to create markers for each one of your takes. So if the production company asks you, okay, I want to hear take number 13 and version B, so you can play back that version without spending too much time looking into waveforms to see which one is take number 13 or things like that. Remember that advertising companies always work really fast, so they expect that that approach from you to be always ready for everything. The other advice that I can give you is use two microphones. I use two microphones, and the reason that I do that is because you never know if the microphone is gonna fail during the session. That's the first concern that I have. The second concern is that sometimes the talent is performing, is acting, and they slap the microphone by mistake, you know. So the secondary microphone, and I always put the secondary microphone at least 5 inches away from the main microphone, is to capture everything without any type of artifact, you know. So it's always a good idea to use two microphones at the same time. You don't need to put the microphones in phase. That is completely unnecessary, because at this time you are not going to blend the two signals. You are just using your microphones as a backup, since probably the studio will receive most of the takes through Source Connect, and they are going to process all the signals by themselves with their tools and everything. So yeah, this is pretty much how it looks our session. If we are not working with Source Connect, because sometimes it happens, sometimes the production company only asks us to use Zoom. In that case, this session will be ready for delivery, and we will send the session with all the takes, scripts or codes, you know. I will say like the name of the talent, the name of the project, and take number 1, version A, version B, version C, and so on. And I will write all the takes individually so I can maintain an order. So thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you have questions, make sure to drop those right below on the comments, and see you next time. Pura vida.